Hello. It is me. I am once again streaming. Isn't that a thing? I can't seem to find any populated lobbies anymore. Has this game like died or something? Is it finally dead? Low-key, I kinda hope so. You know, sure, it makes for like good content whenever I get into like a fight with some unwashed individual who thinks like having a good KD in fucking GTA is impressive. But also it just like takes up so much fucking time. But hey, you know, if we've made some money, maybe this time we could actually buy a car or something. Or a plane or a boat, maybe something like that. Buy something fun. This is probably gonna be a shorter stream this time. You know, since it is already fucking 11 PM. But if I have time tomorrow, then I'll do another one. Hopefully that one will be a bit longer, but that all depends on whether or not I get my new CPU working this time. That's the agenda tomorrow, you know, I got all my studying done. It is now only a matter of time until I become a real certified computer man. So yeah, I have nothing planned for the foreseeable future. I'm just gonna be like a welfare bum for a while, I guess. Because I haven't found a fucking job yet. Because of course I haven't. Of course the job market had to like fucking implode. Right as I graduated. That is pretty typical luck for me at this point. So yeah, I'm just gonna hopefully soon start collecting some fucking unemployment. Which means I gotta stop calling other people bums because I'm also gonna be one. Yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna make the great journey to the mall that is, what, 3 kilometers away? Because none of my nearby grocery stores sold the stuff that I need for cleansing my CPU, assuming there actually is some thermal paste on it. I'm not sure, my eyes aren't that good, I just see some vaguely grey spots on it, so I'm gonna guess that's what it is. And hopefully I don't break like a 200 euro CPU in the process. That would suck, that would be unfortunate. Mostly for my brother though, who gave it to me. I mean, I don't fucking pay for it. Is this guy? No, he's just passing by. Okay. No? Maybe? Do I need to kill him? No, I don't think so. I think we're fine. Yeah, you know, my brother gave it to me. I didn't pay a goddamn thing for it. For me, it would just be kind of sad. Well, also potentially expensive. I mean, I don't know how the whole AI thing is affecting CPUs. Probably not that much, I would assume. I mean, maybe they'll rise in price because of like of raw materials. You know, because aren't CPUs and GPUs made of the same stuff, right? You know, it's all fucking silicon. So that may or may not be also expensive for me at some point in the future in case it breaks. So fingers crossed, I hope it all goes well. But I guess we'll all find out tomorrow. You know, if you don't see me streaming it, it probably means it hasn't gone well. There I go, dying again. What am I, rusty or something? Clearly. Well, anyways, I assume this is the stolen car right here, assuming it's not garbage. Let's just make a quick buck, you know. Then we'll look at some car prices. Gross. People. Is it just me or have they like kind of bumped these guys up? I don't remember them being this good at shooting, but hey, maybe my neurons have just been fried by the last few months of studying and whatnot. Because I mean, look at this, I'm fucking dying all the time like some goddamn silly bitch. Like some proper scrub. See, I even missed some shots. Embarrassing. But yes, indeed, as I was saying earlier, before I got off some kind of tangent, I might stream tomorrow. I might not, depending on how the CPU installation goes, you know, if it works. And even if it doesn't, maybe I'll have time if I manage to pop my old one back in. Very quick like. But if not, then I'm actually not fully sure when I'm gonna be streaming next. Because I might leave on Friday. I might also not. It is all very uncertain. Or there is a birthday in the family and I don't exactly know when we're gonna celebrate it.
Very nice.
But other than next week, everything should be... Well, not even a business as usual. I mean, I should be streaming more than usual. Or at least more than I have in these past... well, year, I guess, at this point. Man, it really has been a year.
Everything okay?
It has been a year since 2025. That's crazy. You know, since I don't have any kind of employment lined up, really. And I'm gonna assume that applying for jobs doesn't take too long either from what I remember. when I was doing that last year and the year before. You just gotta shoot out like, I don't know, 20 applications that are roughly the same. Takes like an hour or something. So there should be plenty of time left over for streaming and video editing and some artistic pursuits. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna guess it's the, well, I guess either the level 8000 or level 1274. Either way, I'm gonna go back in my garage and report them. And then I'm probably just gonna move to a different session because I don't have the patience for this anymore. I used to once upon a time when I liked turning them into content, but fuck 'em both. Yeah, I guess I gotta wait before I report the other one. I mean, what's even the point? Look at that, you just emptied the session. Wow, congratulations! Now everybody hates you and you're alone. Just like in real life. Presumably. It's a fucking amazing achievement. But hey, I'm not in a hurry to go anywhere. I'll stay here and report him again. You know, I got my hot cocoa that I've enhanced a little bit. I'm fucking chillin'. You know what? That's actually not bad. What is that like a... why is there like a cross? Can I just kick him? Do I have the majority? I mean, I don't really need to. I could just use the resource manager method to you know, disconnect from this guy, but I just think that'd be funny if I could kick him out. I've trolled everybody in this session and then everybody just... nobody reacts and he just gets kicked out. Guess that's how you really handle them if you want them to go away. You know, you don't give them a reaction. They want you to be like, oh fuck you, hacker. Why don't you go stub your toes, you idiot, you doodlehead. Now he I don't know, he blows everybody up and he's like, oh, get good scrubs. Just go like, get a load of this guy and then kick him. So I mean, what's the point? What kind of person really does that? I mean, think about it for a second. You just join a game, then you just mildly irritate everybody there. They leave and now you're alone. Why not just, I don't know, play single player? Or go into a fucking solo lobby? It is essentially the same thing. Why be a cunt? Why be a cunt if there's like no satisfactory reactions to fuel you? You know, it is kinda like smearing yourself in shit and just going into a room with a lot of people. Then they just all leave like, ew. Guy smells like shit. What's wrong with him? But I guess that's just kind of what people do these days, you know, they go on Twitter and they just act retarded for no purpose. I mean, sure, most of them do it for money, but also a lot of them just do that, you know, because they think they won somehow. Ka, you got baited. I wasn't serious. I was just, you know, acting like an imbecile. Do what, prostitution? Well, that too. That is also very popular. No, I was just talking about baiting, and that's kind of that's kind of the same vibe as, you know, being this fucking guy who just like kicked everybody out of their vehicles and locked them. You know, what's the point if you're not even benefiting from the baiting, or I guess in this case hacking? Like, why do it? You come in here, you do a little bit of fuckery and nobody gives you a reaction, then they just leave. Now you're just alone. I mean, what's the point? Yeah, I just stayed here for a little bit longer so I could report him a third time. There we go. Goodbye, Mr. Hackerman. Yeah, I mean, it is mildly annoying, I guess. It is a slight inconvenience, but that's really about it. I'm just more confused as to why he's doing it. What is he getting out of this if nobody like says anything? Haha, I made everybody go in the menu and join a different server. Got him. Owned, I guess. A strange person. Hey, let's go see if another mission might be available so we can make a few bucks and maybe then buy a car of some kind. My actual first proper GTA Online experience was just the guy spawn camping me with a sniper rifle, and when I shot him multiple times in the head, I realized he was just hacking. Yep. Pretty safe assumption in this game is just assume that everybody who seems to be good at aiming is probably hacking. Because I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn or anything. I don't want to what's another word? I don't want to polish my own dome. But getting actually good at like PvP in this game, that takes a while. Like I've been playing this pretty actively since 2015. And I think it's pretty safe to say that I'm like in the top 0.1% of players in this game. But that's a lot of hours. That's a lot of hours that I've had to spend shooting people in the head. And you know, the vast majority of players really dedicate that kind of time to a single game? No, especially not some kind of cunt who'd, you know, just shoot a random person in the head for no reason. They tend to have very short attention spans. You know, because they are either 12 or they're, you know, roughly on the same level. Me, I've just gotten good at it because I've enjoyed bullying those people.
Hello, this is Pegasus Lifestyle Management. How can I help? Great. The aircraft is waiting for you at our nearest airfield. We trust you'll be happy, madam.
You know, I've gotten good through sheer spite and nothing else. Because let me tell you, there's nothing quite like the enjoyment in this game. Like somebody, I don't know, shooting you with an oppressor and then saying like, oh, 1-0, 1-0, get owned. Then you just fucking whip around and shoot them out of the air. And then proceed to fucking kill them 40 times in a row. And then you drop a fucking 41 in the chat. Just something so pure about it. Only type of person I could think of is Matto. Who's that? Is that some GTA player? He's an Australian GTA 5 speedrunner. He has over 10,000 hours in GTA 5. Only a tiny bit of that is online because he hates online. He's also a voice actor in GTA 6. Oh, that's kinda cool. I kinda do like seeing that, you know, developers putting like people from the community into their new games. You know, like how the Battlefield friends were in Battlefield 4. I think that's fun. I wish they would do it more. You know, maybe not give them like big roles, but you know, just give them like a little cameo. Well, I guess unless they're actually like good voice actors. Which, to be honest, the Battlefield friends is... Battlefield friends were kind of... They're pretty good at voice acting. Especially, fuck, what's his name? Thick44. Who actually passed away not too long ago. Rest in peace. He was like their main voice actor guy. He also played Sir Walken in their other animated series, Doraleous and Associates. Which, by the way, I should say that if you guys haven't seen Doraleous and Associates, go fucking watch it. That fucking series is hilarious. He's voice acting Lucy. Nice. That's not where I wanted you to take cover. Man, I am off my game today. It's what, the 5th time? 5th fucking time I've died. Maybe I should just be a scrub and use some kinda bitch ass automatic weapon. Hold up. Why is my...
No, please. All my cash is tied up in mutual funds.
Why did my tablet just fucking turn its screen on? What are you doing?
Oh my god!
No reason. Just for the fuck of it, I guess. Shut up, scientists. You have no part in this, just stay out the way.
Cervantes is hit. So long, sucker! Go!
Fucking Cervantes is hit. That's terrible. No, there's no guy here this time. That's weird, usually there's one guy right here. Standing right here, I remember him. Maybe he got fired for dying so many times. Now let's go return this monkey. As we've done so many times before. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna bother with these guys. Just gonna blow them the fuck up. Oh. Okay, that was fast. I'm kinda starting to think that my earlier theory was correct. Maybe they have maybe they have bumped these guys up a little bit. Maybe they've given them some juice. Because I don't remember them being this fast before. But as they say, when in doubt, shotgun. Shotgun never fails me. Also, a huge chunk of the internet just hates him for some reason. He speedrun GTA 5 and some people out there act him like he's responsible for 9/11. Yeah, that's just kind of what the internet does. God forbid a normal man can just exist. Somebody's always gotta get upset at him. You know, I would imagine like a actually popular guy experiences shit like that all the time. Because back when I was like really actively posting videos, I was getting shit like every day. Like every time I posted a short, someone would be like, "Oh, bro thinks he's tough." Man, I'm just playing a fucking video game. What is the big deal? Bro thinks he's tough because he can snipe in a 10-year-old game. Like, no, not really. Just posting because it was kinda funny that I killed this guy 57 times. But God forbid, you know, nobody get upset at some fucking... Can't talk. Too late to be fucking streak. God forbid nobody get offended at some innocuous thing. 13-year-old? No, 10. Or I guess 10 and a half. See, the thing about consoles is I don't count them. If I wanna be generous, I'm gonna call it the beta version. Once again alienated all of my console playing viewers. But I know, I just can't help myself. As a game developer, I kind of have to hate them. You know? This reminds me Rockstar has done something nice recently. Really? What are you gonna tell me next? Fucking hell has frozen over? I don't like the proximity of these fellas. I don't like it one bit. But you know what? Never mind, they were good people. You know how I could tell? Double honk. You guys probably thought I was just fucking bullshitting all those times I said the double honk is a sign of non-aggression. It's real. Somebody double honks you, you're like, oh, never mind. That's a good man right there, he's gonna do us no harm. And it has been a true 100% of the time I've played this game. Exactly. Double honk, everybody. Because somebody with that kind of whimsy in their heart is not gonna do you harm. You know, that's like what they would do back in the day when you still started like cars with cranks. Like when they saw their neighbor on the road. They'd give him a little beep beep. That's what that is. Some guy who's been waiting for GTA 6 like the rest of us isn't gonna be around for long no more. Rockstar gave him early access to GTA 6 so he could play it even if it's unfinished. Oh, that's nice. I'm glad they're not like completely soulless. You know, like Disney. Like what was the one thing they like force some kids' parents to take down a Spider-Man gravestone for their son? Their son died and he was like a huge fan of Spider-Man. Disney was like, no. We didn't get paid for this. Take it down. Jesus fucking Christ. It is still kind of wild that people are just out there giving them money. You know, that was like a big thing, like, oh, fucking Disney Plus went up in price by like $40. I think I'm gonna unsubscribe. Like, you were giving Disney like fucking $20 a month up until now. What is wrong with you? What is your fucking damage? Oh, you know, they might be like a hilariously evil, like a cartoon villain corporation, but you know, I just can't miss out on all those fucking Marvel shows, like I don't know, Bucky and Wanda go to freaking Disney World, whatever they're doing at this point.
Alright, nice.
Although I have to mention, one thing that I saw that I was very... that just made me very happy. Speaking of Wanda, or Elizabeth Olsen in this case, because I don't think this was Marvel related.
Everything okay?
There was some interview clip or some skit, I don't really know what the hell it was, with Elizabeth Olsen and Aubrey Plaza. Now I don't know the context because whoever posted it had like put music over the video. But she just like full poker face Elizabeth Olsen just fucking slapped Aubrey Plaza on the ass, just unprompted. It's like, yeah. You know what, that's pretty real. I think I like Elizabeth Olsen. She seems really cool. Because, I mean, if you can get away with that, then why wouldn't you do it, right? And also, I think afterwards, Aubrey Plaza gave her, like, the fuck me eyes. Which kind of made me think, like, was this a skit, or is there, like, something going on here? Because, I mean, hey, fucking live your life, I say. Nintendo would probably have done that, but also sue the parents until they have to sell their home to pay the legal fees. That is also kind of insane. Like, everybody paints Nintendo as like this wholesome Japanese game company, you know, they're just out there making Marios, and you know, they've got the Nintendo Switch. You know, the thing that's powered by like a SoC from fucking 2014 that they're still selling for like several $100. That thing. That is actually kinda crazy that the Nintendo Switch has the same chipset as my like Nvidia Shield tablet from 2014. But yeah, they're kind of evil as well. You know, like they have like all those patents, like what was the Pokemon one? Like riding a creature or mounting a creature, they have like a patent for that in video games. Somehow. Man. She sounds human. Yeah. Which, you know, as far as Hollywood goes, that's kinda rare. Not a lot of people in there anymore. Just all kinds of creepy skinwalkers that have probably most been to Epstein Island. That's just my assumption about like all rich people now. Like all they've been to the island until proven otherwise. There's only like a handful of people that I think like, oh, that's, you know, this person seems like they still have a soul. But yeah, Elizabeth Olsen actually seems like shockingly normal for Hollywood. I just saw another like red carpet interview or something. Like the interviewer asks some very weird question like, why do you think it's important that people watch this show? And she's like, I don't know if I'd call it important, you know, it's not like we're fucking curing cancer or something. But you know, I hope people had fun watching it, I guess. I don't know.
Better raise on up out of here. You dead, motherfucker. You dead. You heard? Oh,
Yeah.
shit. No. One
Crime doors beware, I'm a coming. Okay. Just survived 4 shotgun blasts. Why not? 28, 11, 97. Nintendo did start out by helping the Yakuza bypass gambling laws. That checks out. Weapon supplies, I assume that's for my... yeah, bunker. Well, we've done that. We've done some security contracts. I guess we should maybe see if there are... any assassinations available, maybe? Oh, you fucking bitch. You can't believe that actually happened. Just as I was calling Franklin.
Hey, partner. Alright, got it. I'll ask around and get back to you.
I actually heard one of the worst takes about the Switch to ever, about it not having Hall effect joysticks, the ones that won't get stick drift. It would cost them millions with all of the combined stock. But they could raise the price from like 580 to 585 and double the loss from Hall effect, and the follow-up was Nintendo would miss out on a lot of repair money. Like some fans are treating Nintendo like it's their best friend who is tight on money. That's kinda crazy, you know. How people will just make like excuses for their favorite corporations. Like, buddy. They're not your friend. You don't gotta go bat for Nintendo or fucking Microsoft or Sony. You don't need to fight their battles. That's the job of their marketing department, who, by the way, is... I mean, they're fine. I imagine they're doing just okay without your help. Couldn't imagine sucking the dick of a fucking... like a multi-billion-dollar corporation. Stand back, Nintendo, I'll handle this. How dare you? Oh, I guess we're stuck. That's fun. That hasn't happened in a while. Let's see if the old trusty trick fixes this. Sucking the dick of a multi-billion-dollar company for free. Nintendo isn't even paying them. Why would you? What? Why? What's the point? You think the fucking... what's the guy? Fucking Miyamoto? Think he's gonna come knocking at your door with like a free Nintendo Switch 3? Oh, you have done very well defending our corporation. Here is your reward, noble warrior. I don't think it's gonna happen, buddy. That is just a pathetic level of, like, consumerism. Becoming, like, attached to a fucking company. Or, like, a device. You know, like, back in the day, or, well, I guess They still have like console wars in some capacity. Like, no, PlayStation is the best. No, Xbox is the best. Look at all these exclusives we have. Oh yeah, well we have a quad-core processor. Haha. Okay, well looks like we're stuck forever. I guess I just gotta restart the game. Fuck me. 10 years later and they still haven't fixed this. Kind of crazy because I'm pretty sure if you gave me like a week I could probably figure it out. I fixed hardware bugs. Can't be that difficult. There's a whole subreddit dedicated to sucking off AMD called AMD. And they basically just shit on Nvidia for their AI, meanwhile AMD does the same thing. Plus AMD just shipped out a 6 gig and 13 gig AI chatbot with the new AMD drivers. Yup, the only difference really is that Nvidia's better at AI. That's all there is. You know, like I like AMD GPUs better. I like their drive. I mean, not the drivers. The drivers are both fucking garbage. Neither of them do drivers very well. But you know, I like their software better. The Radeon software, as well as the Ryzen Master. I like them better than Nvidia and Intel respectively. But I wouldn't go like, ooh, AMD's cool, man. They're not doing all this AI slop. They absolutely are. They're all doing it. If you fix something about GTA Online, you would get like 10,000 euros for improving a game that makes $200 million a year. Yeah. I mean, hey, you know, gotta keep those CEOs fed. Gotta generate some value for the shareholders. But hey, you know what? I'd still take 10,000 euros for like fixing one bug. That'd be a pretty good payday. I think I could pretty comfortably live like a whole year for 10 grand. AMD can't catch up to Nvidia, so they are just trying new stuff. At least that's good. They're trying out an AI ray tracing, which looks pretty great, but it basically just exists to fix UE5 ray tracing. Yeah, I don't really even care about AMD, you know, catching up in the AI stuff. You know, that's kind of why I bought Radeon in the first place, because it's like, oh, I get more horsepower for less money, just because this can't do, like, fucking ray tracing or whatever. Which I have to say, I don't give any fucking shit about. I feel like I say that pretty much every stream at this point, but I really just have to drive the point home. I am so over this current game design. I am hoping AMD can catch up next gen. I need a new GPU. Yeah, I was just looking at the current generation of Radeons, and they've actually already gone up in price by like, I think like 30-40 bucks. Like the one that I was looking at that was 310 when I was last looking at it. That's now 340. So if you wanna get a new GPU, you know. If you plan to wait for the next generation, that's probably gonna be pretty fucking expensive. Unfortunately. You know, like, I have just about enough to buy a 9060 XT, but, you know, I wouldn't have much left, let's just say. But you know, if the prices keep going up at this rate, you know, I might just have to get one, like preemptively. Is the game muted? Shouldn't be. Is it working now? I guess so. Okay. $10K can I buy a lot of vodka? That is true. That is true. You know, I have been trying to get some freelance work from some more reputable sites. Because up until now I've just kind of been, you know, scraping the bottom of the barrel. But yeah, nobody's messaged me back yet. I guess I need some experience first, you know, I need some reviews. It would be nice, you know, if I occasionally got paid more than $50 for my work. That would be sick. Swear, I personally think ray tracing is the future. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's gonna get better. But like right now, I don't give a shit. Let everybody else figure it out. I don't need it. It is a good time to buy now the 5080. Went up like 500 buckaroos. Oof. Oof. That's a lot. Don't worry if the next gen is overpriced, I'll just look at a used 4080. Yeah, but that's kind of the thing, because I imagine that's what everybody else is gonna be doing as well. All the new GPUs are gonna get scooped up by data centers. Everybody else is gonna be left with the used market. But yeah, you know what, my investments, they're going up again. I managed to short like a what do you call them? What do the crypto people call them? Shitcoin, I guess. Or like a meme coin, whatever. I managed to short one of those and I got like a 700% return. That was kind of a pleasant surprise. I mean, it still wasn't like a whole lot of money, but you know, $100 in like less than a day was kinda wild. Can you fucking not do it? Jesus Christ. Hey, look at this flare. I see it. I have eyes. So maybe, you know, maybe if I get a couple of more of those, or even ones close to it, I could probably buy one. I could buy a 9060 XT. Or an Intel. I mean, I still need to look into those newer ARC cards. Not sure how their recording software is. That's kind of a big deal for me. I need to make sure that's functional. Hello. How are you? That's not nice. Baked-in lighting and shadow mapping takes a lot of effort and time, and optimizing your ray tracing is a lot more efficient, but yeah, I think the future should wait, because right now there's still a lot of people who can't run ray tracing. Yeah, I mean, keep working on it by all means, but I'm personally just not gonna, like, dish out an extra $100 just to get ray tracing. Although I guess all new cards now have it, so whatever. I could've sworn there was a hole in the fence somewhere. I guess not. I think that's gonna happen. The average Estonian is retarded. People were buying the 9070 XT for more than a 5070 Ti. Oh. Goddamn. Also, please, for me, if you do get 9060 XT, get a 16 gig. Yeah, I mean, I probably will, because now that the prices of the 8 gig versions went up so much, they're kind of just almost the same as the 16 gig ones, so I mean, whatever. I guess I'll pay 20 more euros for a 16 gig one, might as well. Because those hadn't gone up in price much yet, somehow. The 8 gig ones did, which is kinda weird. You'd think it would be the opposite, but who knows. Oh yeah, it's the stupid alleyway. Intel, you would be a very early adopter for Intel still. They are seemingly better for 1440p as they aren't fast enough to provide good 1080p performance over 1440p. Is that true? I mean, that That doesn't seem like it makes sense. Why would they be better at 1440p? I mean, it's just less pixels. I mean, whatever. I don't know enough about graphics to explain why. All cards have had ray tracing since the 20 series and 6000 series. Yeah, I guess. I guess that is true. So it doesn't really make a whole lot of difference now, but you know, you still get some more performance out of AMD cards than Nvidia, so you know, for the same price. At least as far as the mid-range goes, and I don't really plan to venture outside of the mid-range anytime soon. So I mean, I'm not really doing anything that intense. I'm not doing like 4K gaming or, you know, like rendering 4K videos or Blender stuff or whatever you'd need like an epic GPU for. Oh, best viewers from streamboo.com. Oh boy. Git. AMD was just never good at ray tracing until now, but their cards were capable. People were paying 1.1k for 9070 XT. A month later, the 5080 dropped to 1.2k. Which is just MSRP. My people are idiots, truly. Yeah, I think that's pretty universal. AMD was losing money on the 8GB ones from the start compared to 16GB versions. Point is to make people have to upgrade faster. They wanted to pull the Nvidia VRAM cocking, but didn't want the slashback of only 8GB. I see. They aren't better at 1440p, they just perform around the same at 1080. 1440p because they aren't fast enough to keep up with the CPU at 1080p. I see, so it's like a bottleneck situation, so I guess it just depends on the CPU. Which I guess if I get the new CPU working would be the case. Well, that's fine because once again I still have just a 1080p 60Hz screen, so none of that really makes a difference to me. I'm over here just living in 2013 and honestly I'm fine with it. Because honestly I think that's like early 2013 was like the last time the world was normal. After that everything just went kind of off the rails.
Yo, what you need? Alright, got it. I'll ask around and get back to you.
Mid-range I could spot anything higher is just fancy smancy. Yeah. I'm not really doing any of that stuff that requires anything more than a 9060, so that's good enough for me. Not planning to make my own AI model at the moment. Or if I do, I'm just gonna make like a small language model rather than a large language model. Because I think they're just kind of dumb. 1080p 60Hz. Yep. If like a tech enthusiast watch my channel, they'd probably lose their shit. Because I've got all these radical takes. You know, like 1080p 60Hz is still fine. LLMs are stupid and pointless. No game should require more than 8 gigs of VRAM. And that also should be like a... You know, your game better look like fucking real life if it uses 8 gigs. That's all I'm saying. No game should take more than 40 gigs of hard drive space realistically. And once again, that's also like a... That's like a high tier. Like if your game looks like, I don't know. If it looks better than Cyberpunk, I can understand. I can understand it being like 50 gigs maybe. You know, those are just my radical tech boomer takes. I'm old at heart. I also think there shouldn't be any computers in a car. Or a dishwasher. Or a fucking oven. But I guess, you know, they can be useful in some cases, like... You know, being able to fucking... set like a shut-off time on my air fryer, that's kinda neat, but also that could be done mechanically, so whatever. But if we're getting to the point where you need to connect your fucking laundry machine to your Wi-Fi so it can access the cloud, we've gone too far. We need to go back. Everybody needs to band together. We need to eat the tech bros. We need to skin them. We need to pull them apart. In the metaverse, not in real life. Don't worry. Not condoning a violence here, no. Yes, tank exploded. This thing right here. I guess it's closing in already. By the time you upgrade your monitor, you're gonna probably get a 1440p 120Hz for €100. I think you already can, right? I think I saw some 1440p screens for €100. I don't think they were quite 120Hz, but I think they might have been 100. But also those were like brands that I didn't recognize, so maybe not. Like fucking Scepter. The fuck is a Scepter? Isn't that what Loki had? In the Avengers? No, I think that's like an in-house brand of Power. You guys know the web store Power? They got some pretty cheap stuff over there. But apparently, like, that product line kinda sucks, so... like, at least as far as their laptops go, they're kinda garbage. Right, to probably go check the bunker. I mean, there might be some excess weapon parts there at least to be sold. Maybe some products too. And why am I feeling sleepy? I woke up at like 4:30. I slept for like 11 hours. What, am I fucking sick? That's not possible. I was sick over Christmas. Can't be fucking sick again. Who knows, maybe it's long COVID. Of course, I don't believe you need a new monitor, but if anything does happen. Yeah. I mean, if either one of these breaks, I'm probably gonna get like a 27-inch 1440p monitor. Not sure about the hertzes, you know, I'm doing a fine at 60, but I guess like 120 could be nice. You know, I watched some or I've played some games on my new tablet at 120 Hz. It's kinda nice. Radical takes are very agreeable. I would agree. I too agree with my own takes. I actually got called Ooga Booga for asking oven recommendations that didn't have any smart functions. I hate people. Oh, what you don't want a little Chinese computer in your fucking oven. That's just gonna make it like break in 2 years. Yeah, no, I just want my oven to be a fucking oven. I want my oven to be an oven, I want my dishwasher to be a dishwasher. I don't want my blender to connect to Wi-Fi. I don't want my fridge to fucking talk to me. I just need them to do their things, and that's it. In the evergreen words of Mr. Bertram Guilfoyle, this is solutionism at its worst. It's addressing problems that don't even exist. It's just making machines slower and less efficient by giving them like human quirks. Oh, but you can activate your laundry machine through Bluetooth, huh? Yeah, honestly, if you need to save like the few minutes that it takes you to walk to your fucking laundry machine, you know, you need to just reevaluate your whole life. What are you spending that much time on? I mean, maybe if you're like running a company or like a small country, at that point I could understand. You know, wanting to like activate your thing with a fucking phone. Sure, I guess. But also, if you're doing that, you could just like hire somebody to do it for you. This is all just very stupid.
Alright, I've confirmed with the stores.
Yep. For 100 euros you can get a 1080p 120 Hz for 100 IPS. If it was like VA, it could have been 1440p. Yeah, I don't remember the differences between the panel types besides like IPS having the best colors. I don't remember what VA is, I don't remember what TN is. I think my current monitor is a TN, maybe. Right, let's see if the bad guys show up this time. Just wanna clear them up before I go anywhere, because, you know, there's this whole crate in the way, I can't really shoot behind me. Makes things kinda difficult. Really cheap VA will smear like a son of a bitch, so though you're... Bleh. I should probably wrap this up pretty soon. Though your scope would have trail. Okay. So VA is like that's like the shit one. No, I guess not. Whose laptops are garbage? I missed the name. Scepter. As in C-E-P-T-E-R. That's like a... That's like an in-house brand of the web store Power. Which is like a big kind of Amazon type thing in the Nordics. I think it's actually a Norwegian company. Yeah, they have like their own lines of like laptops and tablets and phones, and I think some appliances. But apparently like the laptops are fucking garbage. Couldn't find any reviews of the tablets though, because I was initially kinda thinking like, should I buy one of those? 'Cause they had like decent specs. At like a very low price. And they had like a 13-inch tablet, which... Or, no, it was actually 14, I think. They had a 14-inch tablet for like... way less than the Lenovo that I actually got. It did have an older processor, but, you know... It did boast some other impressive stats. But, you know, those, whatever you call them, those store brand electronics, they tend to kind of be shit. They just get them assembled from like parts by like very fishy Chinese companies. Like I was reading the few reviews that I could find of their laptops. Like somebody said like, oh, this thing just kind of like split in half. Like the monitor just came off one day. Oh, maybe I shouldn't. That sounds bad. Those Chinese children worked hard to make those laptops. Don't call them fishy, you're right. My apologies to the Chinese children who put this thing together and died of cancer a week later. I didn't mean to disparage the efforts of your work. Also, the Hertz wars never stopped. We had a... Hold up, what? 720 Hz monitor and now a 1000 Hz monitor is being made at which point does it start making no sense? That's way past the point. I know, like, human eyes, they don't have exactly like a refresh rate. Because it's more like analog type thing. You know, it's just assembling like a whole picture from like light receptor cells or some shit. I don't know, I'm not a fucking biologist. But I think somebody said that, you know, like past 240 Hz it doesn't matter. You know, you might see a small difference between like 144 and 240. But like beyond 240 it doesn't make any difference at all. Like 1000 Hz. No chance. No chance you even notice anything. You could probably put like 240 and 1000 Hz side by side and you couldn't tell the difference. Or at least that's what I've heard. Of course, I've never tried it myself. The highest refresh rate that I've experienced with is 144 with my new tablet. I know there's like probably like software that allows you to use your Android tablet as a screen for your PC. Maybe I should try to maybe I should try what like Battlefield 4 looks like at 144 Hz. Fucking 3K. If that is indeed possible, and if it's not, maybe I should make that app. Because I think I pretty much know how to do it. Could be a business opportunity. I had an air fryer, zero computing, it was just a simple dial for temperature and dial for how many minutes, and now I have a smart air fryer that I can't even change the setting on if I choose the wrong mode. And it will remember the mode even if unblocked. Yeah, I got like one without touchscreen. You know, not bad by any means, you know. I don't want to talk shit about it because I got it as a gift. But you know, let's just say I would have probably liked one with dials better. Especially because the touchscreen is kinda, you know, eh. But you know, it's not like, it's not terrible, it works. Excuse me. They are speed running and washing. I guess so. I guess it is important that you save those 2 minutes. VA is not shit, it's just cheap ones are really shit. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, you know, I guess there really just aren't like cheap IPS screens. Or at least like high resolution ones. If you can afford to spend 250 plus VAs, a good option. If your budget is under 200 IPS, is a better option. I see. I guess that makes sense, and I probably won't spend more than $200 on a screen. Where the hell am I going? Fucking lost in my own building. VA has two sides, the shit VA, which is super cheap, and the good VA, which is harder and more expensive to make. But IPS basically all look the same, just different hertz and resolution. Okay, well, thank you for explaining this to me, because you know, I just don't have the like patience to go learn about screens. Well, people seem to say this one's got good colors and it's cheap, so I'm gonna get it. I mean, the current screen that I'm using right now, this whatever this is, Asus V2 something, whatever. I didn't even look at the reviews, to be honest. I just looked up like, you know, what's like a good panel type. They're like, oh, you know, fucking TN is like fine. It's like this screen is like a low latency. was like 1 millisecond or less. And it cost $100, so I was like, alright, I'm gonna get this. You know, I didn't order it online or anything, I just went to the store. Like, when's the last time you've done that? When's the last time you just went to a store and bought like electronics? Because that's what I did. I walked my ass to the mall. Went to the electronics section, googled panel types on my phone, looked at it. Then I looked down at the screen, saw the price tag, and I was like, this one. That's how much I care about screens, really. With the tablet, that was kind of a rare exception, because I wanted to get a really good screen, because I wanted to use it for drawing. And you know, drawing on a tablet with a 60Hz screen, I can tell you that's not an optimal experience, because I've done that. You know, my old Nvidia tablet came with a pen. A really bad pen, mind you. It looked more like a small marker. And like a weird wide end. Had a 60Hz 1920 by 1200 screen. Drawing on that thing just wasn't very good. Didn't really work. But this new tablet though... 3K screen. 144Hz IPS panel. A Bluetooth enabled pen with like 50,000 levels of sensitivity for the pressure. You know, if they would have made the screen feel a bit more coarse, you know, like a bit closer to paper, that would have been a straight up pornography. Wait, what? Is this not where I'm going? Isn't this the warehouse where it always is? Oh no, wait, we're fucking... We're doing, asset liquidation. That's right. We're not doing vehicle recovery. What am I, fucking stupid? Christ. I've seen people claim to see a big jump from 240Hz to 360. But I also see 360 users use FrameGen, which defeats the latency. Yeah, I don't know if I believe them either. But I gotta tail a helicopter? What? Okay, well. Would have been nice to know that. I guess I gotta go get a fucking helicopter real quick. Hopefully there is one, because I don't really have time to call one in. Hey, good. If it's a gift, yeah, it's a thought that counts. Yeah, I don't really wanna complain about like stuff I got as a gift. It just feels rude. Oh, well, fuck that then. Yeah, that was a well-designed mission for sure. And of course I still get the cooldown before I can do the next one, so...
Hello, this
Yeah, I don't
is
know,
Lifestyle
fuck it,
Management. How can I help?
let's just do a headhunter or something. I put like 200 hours into researching monitors. That's a lot. I used to buy in store, but I got ripped off 2 times and now I just order online. What did you get ripped off on? I don't think I've ever really gotten ripped off on anything. I guess this might be the best vehicle for assassinations. Not only using 1080p 60Hz, but also TN. Use her or something else. Hey, we know it works. Haven't had any problems with it yet, although I'm not like 100% sure that it is TN. Because once again, it's been like 9 or 8 years since I bought this. You know what, I'm gonna check just out of curiosity. Where can I check my screen model? No, they don't show it in the screen settings anymore. Nice. Well, maybe radio settings. Screen. Yeah, there we go. Asus VS247. What, are they actually still selling this? No way. Yeah, they actually are. Oh no, it's not in the inventory, but it is still on the store page on Power. Which is kinda wild, because I'm pretty sure this screen is older than this company, so it has to have been there very recently. Although this is saying 5 milliseconds latency, which doesn't seem correct, so maybe it's a different model. There's like the NR and the HP and the HR models. I'm not sure which one I have. Enter a spectacular world of colors with full HD 1080p. Amazing. Yeah, they're not saying anything about the panel. Displayspecifications.com. There you go. That sounds right. Uh, 23.6 inches. WLED 1920 by 1080. 300 candela per square meter. 55 to 75 hertz? What? Can this thing actually do 75? And I've just never known. No, that can't be right. Surely I would have noticed. This has to be like a different model as well, right? Where would I even see it? Control panel? Devices? No? You used to see them in the display settings, the refresh rates, but I guess they've changed that. Advanced settings, ooh, there we go. Yeah, no, it only does 60. I guess this is also like a different variant. But yeah, it is a TN. I remembered correctly. My brain hasn't completely deteriorated. That's nice, that's cool. Do get a new monitor. IPS makes sense at your budget, but be aware IPS has IPS glow. So when the screen is black, the corners glow and it only is noticeable in dark scenes. I don't know if TN has the same situation though. Well, if either of them do it, then I haven't noticed it because, I mean, my left monitor is a IPS. But I guess this is like a professional level IPS. Probably cost a ton when it was new, but I got it for free from my dad. Because he got a new one. It's like a screen that professional video and photo editors use. Also, any pictures of it online are like 10 times worse than in real life. I got a cheap IPS recently and it looks fine. Definitely miss my VA though. Yeah, that's how it be sometimes, you know, they misrepresent some things. I paid like 900 for an iPad 11 Air. And like 1K for a Lenovo laptop that didn't even have a GPU. I was talked into buying it at the store. It was before I got into tech, I didn't even know what a GPU was. Oh yeah. Those good salesmen, they do get you sometimes. Although not me, because I've just known stuff for a long time. Ah yes, a silent and subtle assassination. Nobody knew a thing. Nobody was none the wiser. Yeah, being talked into buying like an iPad or a Mac gotta suck though. Like if you learn about hardware afterwards, like, oh no, I was bamboozled. Although, I mean, I guess the new Apple Silicon chips are actually pretty good. My dad has like a pretty new MacBook. I forget which one it is, but over Christmas he and my brother, they actually installed Cyberpunk on it. And he was running at like similar settings as I am. You know, on my fucking desktop. On my desktop computer with its many large fans and its spacious case and its 500 watt power supply. You know, just for contrast, the Mac was, I think, drawing like 50 watts when they were testing it. So I guess that is pretty impressive, but like old Macs, huge ripoff. Almost, you could almost call them a scam at that point. And it's still used for competitive monitors, like you can buy a 600Hz TN for $800. Man. Technology sure is crazy. Oh, I actually nailed it. Nice. That rarely works. Because the bombs are fucking garbage. You might be able to overclock it. 75 Hz overclocking monitors used to be a very common thing back with 60 Hz monitors. Yeah, I probably could, but I don't know if I should try my luck. You know, it's very old. It's worked fine up until now.
Hey, partner.
Rather up to this point. It is still working fine, so
Alright,
I'ma
shit,
just
let me
leave
make
it
a
as it is.
call.
My monitor can be overclocked from 120 to 144, but Windows for some reason stops recognizing the monitor. Yeah. Overclocking things can be a little precarious. I remember I once tried the automatic GPU overclocking in the Radeon software. And it worked fine for a while, but then one day, you know, it started like my PC, not my PC, but the GPU driver started crashing every time I opened VLC, so that was kind of interesting. So I just kind of stopped.
I don't like this.
I'll bet you don't.
Good to see you.
Professional level IPS is built different, though still cost a lot to this day. By any chance is the IPS Dell? Yes, it is. It is the U2412M. I think it's a pretty old one. Dad had a bunch of those, and I think he still has a bunch of those. You know, it is still a very good monitor. You know, the colors are great. And also it's just like, you can like turn it vertical or raise it up like fucking some 20 centimeters. It's like got like a whole bunch of connections. It's got like a USB hub. I like these monitors. I hope it doesn't die anytime soon, cause replacing this would be kind of annoying, you know. Like half of my USB devices are connected to this fucking screen. You know, like all the non-vital stuff. That's still fine on a USB too. That's all connected to the monitor. To be fair, it's Apple, they know their shit even if they are expensive as hell. Yeah, I mean, they... I don't know if I would say that Apple knows their shit. I would say Apple knows some shit. They clearly know how to make, like, good hardware at the moment. Like, the Apple Silicon is pretty good by all means. And they clearly know how to fucking sell products really well, because they've amassed basically like a giant cult who would buy their shit, you know, despite what they're actually like. But also, you know, they're Apple, so they will like cripple all of their hardware by putting it into like stupid form factors.
Looking forward to getting some brewskis later.
Which is
Whatever.
like one of the main reasons I'll never give them money. Because even now that they have this like amazing chipset by all metrics,
Be back when things wrap up here.
they still insist on putting them in these fucking tiny ass boxes.
Married a guy on the verge
Because it's always gotta be sleek and modern. It could have been so fucking good, man. Just put that shit in like an actual PC case. Give it like a real cooler. I would fucking be there. I mean, sure, I would replace macOS in like a heartbeat. Oh, fucking missed it. You know, I would like replace macOS with Linux the moment I fucking got it, but I'd buy the hardware probably. Assuming I had the fucking money. Because like, you know, like I said, like running Cyberpunk at like ultra settings. At like 60 FPS. And drawing fucking like 40-50 watts. That's pretty tits. I would like that. But they're still stuck on fucking... What is this? Fucking, what's the guy? Steve Jobs. they're still like sucking the dick of his ghost. Like, oh, let's remove the headphone jack so it'll be more sleek. We can make it 1 millimeter thinner. Fuck you. Fuck you. Stop nerfing your hardware. When you are buying a Mac, you are paying for Mac OS, not just hardware. And that's true, and that's a good point. And I wouldn't have minded that if Mac OS were actually good. I mean, it works well. It's very secure. And you know, of course it fucking works well, because it only has to work on one configuration. But also, I just kinda fucking hate it. It's just weird, man. Shut up, Rockstar, I don't need your help. I can land my own helicopter. Get out of these goofy-ass golf clothes. There we go, let's get some of those 2000s vibes going. Put on a backwards cap. Some jeans.
Anything I can do for you, boss? I'll be here.
You know, I think that's probably the main reason why I don't like Apple so much. Because they're just like almost good. Like they got like 60% of the tech game figured out. But then they just shoot themselves in the fucking asshole just to please like some Starbucks hipsters. Oh, I couldn't use this Android phone because it's 5 millimeters thick instead of 0.41. What are your wrists made of glass? What is this? what is the problem? Oh, the text messages that Android sends are weirdly colored. Walk into traffic, honestly. Because I know those people actually exist. Those Apple fanatics. I don't mean like people who use Apple products like professionally. I mean those people. You know, they're like, ooh, you can't get an Android in a rose gold, so I won't get one. Fuck you. You shouldn't get on Android because Android fucking sucks. But you don't care about that. You don't care about what the device is actually like. You don't care about the actual performance of the software. You don't care about the fucking design. You just like it because it's a status symbol and you need to find some gay fashionable reasons to fucking justify it. You know, if you had more than fucking 2 brain cells bouncing around in your head, you could actually find like a technological reason not to buy Android, because there are plenty. Oh, I don't like Android because the operating system is maintained by a group of unstable vibe coders who break shit all the time, don't inform anybody, and then just kind of don't know why. They don't know what they broke, they don't know why it doesn't work. And then it's just like a footnote in some fucking random security update somewhere. Like, oh yeah, by the way, we changed the way we changed the way that audio recording permissions work, so none of the apps that use audio recording work anymore. Whoops. That's why you shouldn't get an Android. There's a real reason. Anyways, before I start implementing the final solution for Apple users. Where was I? Just got off on like a Hitler speech against Apple people. Dell professional IPS monitors are really good. Even the ones from 2013 hold up this day. Yeah. They are very, very nice. Apple knows audio and displays and OS very well. Yeah, I mean, they know audio, for sure. Like, whenever I visit my parents, I use like a old 2013 iMac I installed Windows on. And the speakers on that thing are like phenomenal. I'm like, wow, this would be a really good computer with really good speakers and a very good display. You know, if they didn't put like this stupid plastic cover on the screen. It would be very nice if they just gave the components some more space to breathe. If they got rid of this stupid glossy plastic cover of the screen. And if they moved the fucking connections to the front. Why are the USBs at the back? Once again, more reasons to, you know, eliminate them. It is just so infuriating because, like, you know, the alternatives. Like, I don't wanna be an Android user. I would like a better alternative. And Apple is almost that. It is almost an alternative. What? Why? Hold up. Hold up. What is happening?
Time to just accept your I guess.
Okay. Did you see it? For a moment I couldn't shoot that guy in the head. I'm clipping that. Also, Apple made some of the best mini LED and OLED ever seen. Casually, the entire industry is somehow only playing catch up to shit from 6 years ago. Yeah, they did do that. I mean, the what are they called? The retina displays. They were very good. But again, it's attached to a fucking Mac. You know, just sell that as a screen separately. You could do it. I would be there, but they just have this fucking sick obsession where they just gotta bundle it all together in this one fucking package of the iMac or the MacBook. But I guess they are now selling like those like Tower Macs, which are still like hideously expensive, but at least that's a step in the right direction, I think. And they really sent like 4-star cops after me. I think they have actually like secretly made a lot of these missions like harder. Because I don't think that has ever happened before. I think they used to send like 2-star cops, maybe 3. I guess they're trying to squeeze the last dollars out of this game before GTA 6 comes out. You know, especially now that it was delayed. Gotta make the missions even more frustrating than they were. Oh well. I think because Apple can charge whatever they want, they have the money to actually innovate and not lose money like they sold a literal sock for 200 euros. Yeah, that is true. They can just sell anything. They're like, oh, here's the fucking iCom sock. Here's the iFlashlight. It is the same as the normal flashlight, but it's smaller and the can is sold separately. There you go. And it's completely white. You can also get it in rose gold, so you know, 5,000 euros, thank you very much. But yeah, I guess this is kind of more exciting than just driving away from like 2-star cops who are just kind of useless. Some old school GTA should just fighting the police, making away with one of their cars. No. I have to actually look in for a little bit. God damn, NPCs are trying to sabotage me. And we needed a ride. Christ. Exit the vehicle, please. Thank you for the transportation. Damn, they do not want to give up today. So these are some very motivated policemen. I don't know, maybe they're like testing out the GT6 AI on these cops. Because I mean, if I was doing like a game like GT6, you know, my previous game was using the same engine, that's probably what I'd do. I'd just drop the new AI into the old game and just see how it works. Yeah, I don't know, let's just go in the train tunnels. That's what usually does it. Alright, that should do it. It's a lot of effort for 50 grand. Also, Samsung has made thinner phones for ages. Yeah, I guess they have. But Samsung has also kind of become the Apple of the Android world. Their shit is like mad expensive. Ideally on Android I don't have issues most of the time. Until Samsung decided to copy Apple's liquid ass. Yeah, I fortunately haven't had a Samsung for 7 years now. I used to have a Galaxy S3, I think. Which was like just a very okay. It was just kinda whatever. But yeah, probably won't be buying any of their shit either for a long time. Because I mean, I was looking at like the new Galaxy tabs when I was shopping for a tablet. And boy, those things cost. They cost a couple of bucks. Oh yeah, they fucking took my car. Gotta go get it back. And hey, look at that. While I was rambling, we somehow made like $500,000. That worked out nicely. Maybe now we could purchase a car. Or I crave a new virtual automobile. Speaking of which, I was kind of thinking about maybe re-downloading the Crew 2, since it's got like an offline mode now. I could start playing it again. Because I'm pretty sure there are still quite a few cars in that game that I haven't got yet. If memory serves right, it's been quite a while since I played it. I'm not paying these guys shit. Fuck the police. Nice of them to open the gate though. Do you know what I think the greatest shame in mobile devices thus far has been? Well, I guess actually the biggest one was the downfall of Nokia. But the second biggest one was probably when Nvidia stopped making mobile devices. Because I actually really liked the Shield tablet. That thing was nice. It's a small bug, you can expect perfection from one of the biggest games ever. Yeah. Why do you think they got the budget to fix such a glaring problem? Heavens, no. I used to be a bit more forgiving of bugs like those. Like, oh, they just missed something. It's not a big deal, but then I started making games. Now I'm like, I could probably fix that in like 5 minutes. They really have no excuse. You know, maybe if it's like a new release, like an entirely new game, like a big open world thing, it's like, okay. They just missed one detail, but you know, they have like a dedicated team making these updates. You guys tested this thing. You could have fixed it. Or well, they probably would have fixed it, but I imagine they have like a pretty tight schedule. You know, wouldn't want these updates, this old ass game costing too much. Even though it still makes like hundreds of millions of dollars per year. Come on. You could dish out the extra 10 grand to get these bugs fixed. Come on. Cough it up. Retina Mini LED is coming out soon. It's gonna be 4,999 for the monitor. 999 for the monitor stand. Yeah. LG is also taking a crack at Retina. MSI is considering it too, and they will be charging like 1,000 euros, so it's still not very cheap. Well, it's at least good that they're trying to compete. You know, I'm all for encroaching into Apple's territory. Oh, look, the car I'm driving is on sale. Very cool. Do we have this thing? I don't think I do I? Do I have any of these cars? I don't know, I have too many cars, I can't remember which ones I have. That one we did buy. Oh, that's like the BMW i8. I kind of like this thing, but it is a little bit out of our price range, because I would actually like to wrap this up pretty soon. Yeah, I don't know, maybe we'll get this thing, it's pretty cheap. Look, it's 500,000 off, it's only 1.085 million. For this car that in the real world would probably cost like, I don't know, $1,000. But whatever. I guess I'll buy it, it's kinda nice. There you go. The fruits of our labor gone. Also, I pay 7 euros for a pair of nice knitted socks from a nice lady, and I bet she could make one of those Apple socks for 5 euros. Oh yeah, I mean these, you know, like all these branded things like fucking Apple socks and Ferrari shirts are made in fucking Bangladesh for like 10 cents. Why would I get Apple socks when I could just wait until Christmas and get a pair of woolly socks knitted by my mom? For free. Silly. That is just a very bad choice. Samsung's high-end phones are expensive, but the thing about Samsung is they only advertise the flagship. They make phones for as low as 150 euros and thinner phones for 250. Sorry? What do you want? You wanna fight? Okay. Yeah, I guess they do have some lower end products, but then again, you know, rather than getting like a lower end Samsung, I could get like a pretty decently good some other brand for the same money. You know, like I was contemplating, like should I get the Galaxy Tab A9 for fucking 200 bucks or whatever. You know, it's like a, was it like a 9-inch tablet? You know, it's got a chipset from like a few generations ago. Or do I get a, you know, Lenovo Idea Tab for 250? That's 12.7 inches. It's got twice the screen resolution, 144 Hz. Twice the battery capacity. Like 4 times the storage. 4 times the memory. You know. And I know, I guess, some people might say that, oh, it's, you know, Lenovo's like a cheap Chinese brand. But, like, the thing with Androids is that they're kind of all assembled from the same parts anyways. You know, like, it's all Qualcomm processors. The screens and batteries are kinda made by the same couple of companies as well.
What can the best mechanic in LS do for you?
What Samsung and Lenovo do are they just kind of put them together. Maybe make the screens, I don't know. I don't know if Samsung still does that. You know, so it's pretty much the same parts. Same software. Doesn't really matter a whole lot at this point. Although this specific Lenovo tab actually doesn't have a Qualcomm. This one has the MediaTek Dimensity 8300. Which I had never heard of, but apparently that it's pretty fucking good. 8 cores, 3 GHz. Did I say 8 gigs? I meant 8 cores. Well, it does also have 8 gigs of memory. Plus, like a pretty decent GPU, although I forget the exact specifications. I had never heard of MediaTek before this, but I looked them up. They're from Taiwan, so they probably know what the fuck they're doing. That's a good rule of thumb. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm good with this setup right here. I don't think I'm gonna change it. It's like a nice sleeper car. The Apple socks, they wouldn't dare to pay 10 cents to make them. It's too much money, so they 3D print the socks. There's Samsung A06, A16, A26, A36, A46, A56 ranging from 110 euros to 300. Full price but take on sale ranging from 80 to 220. Yeah, I guess that's a pretty fair price for a phone. Like, I don't think I'd pay more than 150 bucks for a phone right now. I personally just like Samsung. I bought an LG once and it was not very nice, so I stuck to Samsung. Yeah, I mean, I guess they are like the brand when it comes to Android. They are definitely better quality than most other brands, although, I mean, I had a Nokia 6. Which I didn't know that Nokia still even made phones. But I got it for a present, like, in 2019 or something. And I pretty much had zero problems with that phone. Besides, you know, like the normal battery deterioration. Yeah, you know, it served me pretty well for the 5 years that I used it. But you know, Nokia doesn't really make their own phones anymore, they just design them. I think it was made by a Chinese company called HMD. Also, I just wrecked my car. Oops. Gotta get it fixed so I can take a picture. Yeah, I really wish Nokia hadn't gone under. Not just because, you know, they actually made, like, good phones. And they even, up until, like, I think the late 2000s, they still made them in Finland. But also because Nokia collapsed, you know, my employment options are now way fewer. You know, like, they used to employ a lot of mobile game developers, which is kind of one of my things. That sounds like a good tablet. Yep, it's been pretty nice thus far. I was an early adopter when that series started. I got the A50 for 210 when my LG broke. And it lasted me from 2019 to 2024 before it had issues. I got an A15 for 150. Then 2 weeks later they did a buy one get one of free on the A15. So now my entire family is on A15. It's chunkier, but I don't need thin phones. You know what? That is a thing that I very much agree with. I don't really understand this obsession with thin phones. You know, like that just means it breaks easier and it's harder to hold. Like, who's out here having problems because of the thickness of their phone? What are you wearing, like jeans that are like 3 sizes too small? It's just the phone. Get your shit together. You know what? I wish phone screens were smaller and I wish they were thicker. That is my phone take. You know what? Bring back the Samsung Wave. I like that phone. I like the OG Samsung Wave. Because you know what? It was thick. It was very easy to hold in one hand. It was the perfect size for a human hand. It was made of metal. It had a very good, like, plastic screen cover. I mean, I saw videos of people hitting that phone with a hammer, and it was just fine. But also it had a removable battery. It had an SD card slot. It was perfect. It was a perfect smartphone at the time. Also, it didn't have Android or iOS. It had Samsung's own operating system called Buddha. And you know what? I like that. I like the Buddha. It's a dumb name, yes. But it was like Android, but with all the annoying things about Android. It was just a phone that could also access the internet. Nokia is such a sad loss, we need indestructible phones. Yes. I'm sick of, having a heart attack every time I, almost drop my phone. There have been so many times when I've, fumbled with my phone. And I've almost dropped it on, a tile floor. I've been like, oh. Death. Death was near. Also, my A50 still works, but it just starts overheating when 2 hours of usage. But it works as a phone, not gaming device, though. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure all of my old phones work, besides, having shit batteries. I'm pretty sure my Nokia N70 from 2005 still works just fine. Wait, no, I don't wanna take another picture. I wanna take a screen cap for Twitter once if I do one of those collages once again. I have big hands, so I like big screen. I like the big screen, but I'm pretty sure they do make small phones like that still. I guess they do, I just haven't seen any of the big brands make small phones. Except actually Nokia. I did check out their website recently, just out of curiosity. And also because, I had a contact at Nokia and I was kind of looking for a job there. That didn't pan out though. But yeah, they actually have some like button phones. They're making new phones with buttons. Which is kinda interesting. They have Nokia's own operating system. They cost 40 euros. But that was kinda cool. I have been actually kinda thinking about getting one of those. Once my current one dies. Just to kinda reduce the amount of scrolling. This car's kinda nice too. It's got a very soft suspension. You know what? I like a soft suspension. Not every car needs to do well at the fucking Nürburgring. Give me a soft floaty suspension. Make me feel like I'm driving a cloud. That's nice. I like that. I just looked it up and you can buy a 3-inch touchscreen phone with 4G support for 30-50 euros. I don't know how good they are, but the market is there. Yeah, but it'd be nice if they had like a good phone. That's small. That's kind of what I'm mostly worried about with these cheap tiny phones. Go, you're... I don't trust corporations enough to like sell me a good cheap phone, you know. You're up to something. That's like a refurbished Galaxy S1 from 2011. I don't believe you. Apple released the iPhone 17 mini in 2025. Okay. I mean, you might still need your phone for emails and such, and you could simply get rid of the addictive apps from your phone. I don't have any apps on my phone. You know, like scrolling apps, besides, I guess, YouTube. What I really should stop doing is just, you know, not go on Twitter. Yes, I use Twitter in the browser for, you know, specifically for, like, reducing the doom scrolling. Why am I going here? I'm fucking about to quit the game. The ringing, it calls to me.
Hey, it's my favorite people.
But yes, I could just do that too. Or I could just stop doing that. But I guess it is just too much fun. You know, just scrolling on your phone in the toilet. You see somebody saying something you don't like and then you call them a name. Gets your little kick of dopamine. Maybe add a daily limit to your browser so you don't scroll Twitter. Yeah, maybe. Or maybe I'll just stop doing it because honestly I could. I've done it for other things before. I don't know, I don't bring my phone to the toilet. That's probably smart. Not just because, you know, you don't end up scrolling on your phone, saying mean things to strangers on the internet. But also I think like the best ideas come to you on the toilet. You know? Like if you just sit there in silence, just shitting. Like I think all of my best ideas I've come up with either on the toilet or in the sauna. Those are the best idea places. Man, this went on for way longer than I was planning. It's fucking 1:30, I should probably go. I should go cause I gotta be up bright and early. Cause I gotta make a great journey to the store. On the other side of town. Gotta get some supplies for cleaning the damn CPU. Lord knows that's gonna take a fucking... That's gonna take a good 4 or 5 hours of my life. Scrubbing a CPU with a fucking toothbrush. But hey, hopefully I'll get it working. But in case I don't, and in case I leave on Friday and this is my last stream, I hope you guys have a good weekend. Although I probably will still be here. Most likely. Over the next weekend at least. Next week I gotta go, you know, gotta go to my parents for the birthday or whatever. On some day, I don't know when we're gonna celebrate it. We'll see. But I most likely will still be here streaming at least on Saturday. Yeah. Yeah, that was a little rambling. Yeah, thanks to everybody who stopped by. I very much appreciate it. Good luck with the CPU cleaning and have fun with the birthday, thank you very much. And as with last time, I'll leave you with a thought. You know, I don't want to sound horny or anything, but Deborah Morgan could fucking get it.